Hi guys, welcome to Best of Guru. And after a long break, I am doing my first video in 2021. 2020 was good to me with a lot of awesome people coming to my channel and giving and sharing their memories with me. And most of them are my fellow bloggers or friends. But for a change, today I am introducing Anju Malhotra ji. She is a very experienced Hindi teacher. She has got 25 years of experience in education field. She is also a CBSE examiner, head of the department. So she got lot of awards too, and also she has been into leading webinars conducted by some foreign countries. And to know more about her, we will know from her own voice, because she is doing all these things in Hindi. I don't know much about Hindi, so that's why I want to bring her in this channel in English form. Hi, Anju,
No, not
madam.
a problem.
How are you?
Hello. I'm fine. I'm good. And thanks for selecting me for your interview. And it will not be a problem because I'm an FS officer's daughter. So you don't know Hindi, but I know English. So that way we can bridge that out.
Yes. I know a little bit. I can understand, but I cannot speak.
It's
So
okay.
I went
It's
through your
okay.
profile, and I was really shocked that you are working since a long time with so much of patience. Teachers, I am relating to my old school age, because I came from ICSE syllabus, so which is related to CBSE almost.
By the grace of God, I have been taught by CBSE board only, and I'm teaching CBSE board.
Wow.
So
you are from international school, right?
Yes.
Tell me
It's a
something about
Lotus Valley International. See, basically, I am an educationist and a poetess, and poetry was my passion. But after my son completed his class 12th, I got enough time to pursue my talent. Now I'm into poetry also, and people are liking it. God is kind, so I'm getting a lot of accomplishments.
Actually, I love poetry too, but in Telugu, my mother tongue. When I was a kid, I used to study those short stories and poems, which were there in book form. We don't have CDs or pen drives those days, so we used to learn. So I saw some of your poems too, which I have Google translated. Those are very good. A few lines of those.
Thank you so much. So you want me to recite any one of my poems?
Yeah, definitely. My audience will be so thrilled.
Oh, so good. So see, basically, when during Corona time, it was a very testing time for all of us. You know? We had the initial stages I'm talking about. The life was standstill, and everywhere the people were confused. And after that, I saw some trouble on borders also. Some political issues were coming. So it came to my mind that why can't we have a world where we have only love and no such disturbances, problems? So I wrote something on that. I would like to recite that. The gist is that the word should be full of love, and no hatred and no differences should be there. This is the gist of my poem. प्रेम के रंग में तुम रंगो हम रंगे प्रीत के पाठ को तुम पढ़ो हम पढ़े रूह को छू लो तुम फासला ना रहे ऐसी दुनिया में अब तुम चलो हम चले. We should move to a world where there is no hatred and only love is there. प्रीत के पाठ को तुम पढ़ो हम पढ़े विरह की रात से तुम डरो हम डरे आज खो के भी सब बस पाले तुम्हें ऐसी दुनिया में अब तुम चलो हम चले. And the last stanza, मधुर से कुछ सपन तुम गढ़ो हम गढ़े. We should have the dreams, common dreams to fulfill this. मधुर से कुछ सपन तुम गढ़ो हम गढ़े संग का भाव ही, संग का भाव is unity, संग का भाव ही तुम चुनो हम चुने, अनकहा भी समझ में आए सभी, ऐसी दुनिया में अब तुम चलो हम चले, ऐसी दुनिया में अब तुम चलो हम चले. So this was my poem I wrote when everything was adverse.
So your
when I
voice
was
also
there.
very sweet and cute
No,
and
no.
very soothing for my ears.
Oh
So I
my
think
God! Thank you so
in
much.
Corona, I want to tell the audience, and also I think as a teacher, you know very well. There are three things everyone can relate to. One is music, one is songs like lyrics in whatever form it may be, English, Hindi, Malayalam,
Yes,
Tamil,
yes.
Telugu. And other thing is words. People, our elders will say, pen is mightier than sword.
Sword.
So whatever language is there, I keep on listening to music and songs. I love all the Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam and Hindi songs. And I have already published some of my favorites in Facebook timeline.
Okay.
That time also I saw your poems, but I didn't understand that language, so that I tried to translate them. So now I have heard those in your voice, and it looks more beautiful now.
No, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I think,
and you truly
yeah.
said language is not a barrier. Even if we listen to any regional language, good song, automatically it attracts. Automatically it's good for our ears. So language has no barriers in lyrics and poetry and music.
It gives a lot of energy. Some songs will give you energy. Some songs will give take to you some meditation. So I think for meditation, I will advise music. I think music is the best therapy.
Yes, truly. You know Guru Purnima, it's a day in July when we, Guru Purnima. I think it's celebrated in South also.
Yes, but different name.
But in a different way.
Different way actually. So we call it Guru.
So on Guru Purnima day, I was sitting having my evening tea, just about to have my evening tea, and suddenly I wrote a bhajan for the first time in my life. And that bhajan is so soothing wherever I recite it. I mean, people say it's so soothing, So these things have their own effect, no doubt about that.
Coming to your education, that is the main thing. So how did you start your career as a teacher? Is it your passion or you came by accident?
No. I'm a teacher by choice. Actually, what happened when I joined initially my schooling was done in center school because my father was in Air Force. So as it is a transferable job, so the forces children basically they get schooling from center schools only. After that, I joined Jesus and Mary College, Chanakyapuri, which is a very prestigious college of Delhi University. I got admission because I was topper in Hindi in my zone. So they happily gave me admission. And there, like colleges, they have different clubs. Children, they join music, art, drama, this, that. There we used to have a club, JM-SEP. JM-SEP is Jesus and Mary College Educational Program. Okay. There we used to teach needy and poor children. And I selected that. Imagine at that age where you are more attracted to the glamorous things, play, drama and all. And poetry was always a passion. But somehow I got inclined towards JMSEP and I joined it. There I decided that I am going to be a teacher. And second most influence was my Hindi teacher, Dr. R.K. Sharma. She was my Hindi teacher and I was so passionate about her. She was my role model. And I used to look upon her and I used to kind of today also, I can very proudly say when I teach in a class, I kind of imitate her. So there I decided that I'm going to be a teacher. And I am a teacher by choice, not by chance. I happily selected my subject also and my teaching career also. And then God was kind. I got very responsible positions in the beginning of my career. I was just 24, 25. And I got I was examination in charge. I was head of the department. And then the things started and many things happened. So it's a choice. Teaching is a choice.
Actually,
Not
people think that teacher job is very easy, but that is one of the toughest jobs, because we have to deal 40 to 50 different types of mentality students. And how did you handle? What type of teacher you are? You are a cool going, or you are very strict, or you are very
No, no.
frustrated?
See, this question my students can answer better, but still, I would like to tell you, you 100% you are correct. The teaching is not an easy job, but still, if you see from a teacher's perspective, this current school ex vice chairman, S.C. Arora, who is a very big educationist also, he once told in my induction program, and that thing really I can relate to. He told me, see, everyone has to do something or the other for livelihood. But other people's, they deal like doctors, they will always find patients near them. And computer people will be struggling with computer, files, etc. And you teachers are so lucky. You are dealing with children, lively children. And then teaching is not a monotonous job because you are not always teaching. Sometimes you are conducting annual days, sometimes you are busy with examinations, sometimes you are getting assemblies done. So you get ample opportunity to do various things, and that too with children. So it's a wonderful thing.
Some things will you have to do in random. You cannot expect what will happen. Suddenly
yes,
you have
yes.
to
You know,
mold to them.
I can assure you that 26 years of teaching experience, my each batch is different than other. Each batch is different than other. You can't compare one child to another child. Every child is unique and every child is different.
Yes, yes. Coming to this CBSE examiner. CBSE examiner means you are
head examiner under my under my I'm a CBSE head examiner. Under my head examinership, board copies are getting corrected.
Oh, good.
I get a lot of teachers, and then we get the board corrections done.
Okay. What are the difference between post pandemic and now this pandemic situation?
See, teachers were the people, those who were really working 24 hours during pandemic also, and believe me, our time and our work has increased. Although we are taking online classes, but still now our availability is 24 hours. Earlier we used to teach in school and come back home. Evenings were little relaxed, but during this pandemic we are teaching children online, and still we have not opened the school for middle school and the junior school. Senior school is their children are coming for pre-boards and all, but I believe everything has pros and cons. So the only negative thing I could see is that we could not connect to our children. That physical connect was not there, which is very important for a teacher.
Yes,
when we are in a class, we could make out he is listening, he is not listening. So this thing we can make out.
Exactly.
But about advantages, there are so many. We have learned so many new things. Imagine in metropolitans, often you must have heard in news that some pollution level is high, so school is closed. Some agitations are going on, so the school is closed. Now we have got an alternative. For those 2, 3, 5 days or a week, we have a new system with us, and we have learned a lot. Like initially we started our classes on Zoom app, then that was not okay. Then we switched on to Teams. So various things we have tried.
So
it was a learning
new
experience.
Things, new technology, new
technology.
way of teaching, new type of negativity from parents, some students. I used to sit along with my son, and I used to watch what teacher is saying. I was really pity about her because she cannot control these many people. Some people will put that smiley, this smiley. Some people will chat. Some people suddenly they will come unmuting or something. There are a lot of things happening.
I agree,
they
but I would
struggled a
like
lot.
to share.
They struggled a lot.
They struggled, but I would like to share here one thing. I'm teaching Hindi language, and by the somehow 10th class Hindi syllabus is very good. When I meet parents, they tell me that, ma'am, we heard your that lecture. It was very good, and we also enjoyed. I feel good that at least they were with the children and they were taking interest. So children, though we know they are our children, they like us, they love us, but parents also appreciated a lot the way we put in efforts and the way we handled this situation.
Just for a like a cinematic thing, if you are given a ministry post for education, for example, so in your 25 years of experience, you might have come across so many things in education system. So what 5 things you will be doing for better education in India?
See, in education in India is good because this is the only reason our children are shining everywhere. You see, all the countries, all the different companies, our children are shining. But still, during Corona time only, one thing came to my mind that I am with the international school. By the grace of God Almighty, all the children, they have latest of technologies with them. They are affluent people. Internet connections are good. But I could recollect about the children, those who are in government schools. They are those who are needy. One of my ex-maids came to me and told me that she has only one phone in the house and two children are taking online classes. If I can give her an old phone during Corona time. So my only concern is that those who are affluent, those who have all the means, they must do something for this class of society also, because everyone has equal rights to education, I believe. This is the only thing which used to come before COVID also. And during COVID, I felt that these children, they are not having good internet connections, good tablets, mobile phones or laptops. So life is really difficult for them. So we need to do something for them. So my only concern is that the class of our society, which is not privileged, we are privileged people. By the grace of God Almighty, we have everything, and we should do something for them also. This is the only thing.
So you are now into international school, right? So what can be the biggest difference between a normal school, international school, and a government school?
International school is little more luxurious. We call them luxury schools also. We have fully air conditioned. We have so many activities.
Not apart from these facilities. So facilities, it is by default we know that international school is definitely we will have that thing. So in terms of education system or what
in terms of
things?
Education also, we meet very high standards because most of our children, they will go abroad for higher studies. So my school is only having CBSE board, but other schools, other luxury schools are having IB board also. So that way we provide them the basics which is very essential for the higher studies. So their standards are set far apart from other schools.
So you have attended one webinar, I think CBSE Hindi course B regarding something. Can you please?
Yes, I was selected. See, this is also a beautiful incident I would like to narrate here. In my vice chairperson's room, sometimes he used to call me that, Anju, tell me something about Mahabharata or Ramayana. Wherever he used to have some problems, he used to call me because his subject was not Hindi and my subject was Hindi. And he was sitting with a gentleman. He asked me something and I told him and I went back. Now, after years and years, this gentleman, who is in a very good position in Harbour Press, he approached me. Because he knew me there, he saw me talking to my vice chairperson and he said, ma'am, I was looking for you. As you all know that CBSE has done temporary changes during this pandemic. The syllabus is little reduced. Moreover, MCQ questions are added. So he said, I am going to conduct a very big webinar and you will be a speaker. I said, sir, from where you found me? He said, I was determined. So from somewhere or the other, I got your number. And you will be a part of that. So I was a part of a webinar which was on latest CBSE changes because of my experience, 26 years rich experience, and 2 more teachers were there. It was a very successful webinar. Many parents, many teachers, many educationists, they attended this and they were benefited because at that time COVID was a major thing and parents were so confused because for their children, the 10th will come once only or the 12th will come once only. It will not be repeated.
Because it is not expected actually. This is something new for us. Nobody expected entire world.
Nobody. Even if we talk to our parents, they say we have never seen this kind of a time. Epidemics used to be there earlier. We have seen in movies epidemics, but this is pandemic. So he found me and he requested me. I was more than happy. And that was a very successful webinar because many parents, many teachers, and many other people were really, they were clear about the things, what all will be coming, what will be the pattern, so they could get the clear picture of new CBSE changes.
So, as a teacher, you should have teached some thousands of students in these 25 years. So, every teacher has some moments, like some of the students will be like celebrities. They should have been into some foreign countries. And who are your best students? That means you feel proud of that. Oh, this is my student.
No. See, I have many students because I am in teaching from last 26 years. So my all children are well placed. Many are doctors, many are engineers. One of my student is in that Amir Khan Productions team. So, he's
that is what I want to know.
So
I am a cinema passionate.
So he is in that Amir Khan Productions, and whenever he listens to my poetry or anything, the children, they comment and they say, "Ma'am, we can recollect how you used to teach in class." So it's good. It's a wonderful experience. All my children are well placed. They are very well placed. So I would not like to name
really
one because others will be others. They are and the most beautiful thing is, one day, I think 7-8 years back, one of my students, he called me at around 7 in the evening, and he told me, "Ma'am, I just stopped my car on the way, and I want to tell you that the poem you taught me, I still remember." And he recited the entire poem. I said, "What happened to you? You go back home and then call me." He said, "No, ma'am, I wanted to tell you that I memorized this poem and you taught me so well. Today also I can explain you." I said, "Okay, very good." I mean, children, they have this kind of connect with the teachers.
Teachers are always our guru. There is a saying that after mother, father, guru is our next best.
And it's true, believe me. Anyone can be jealous of you, but a guru and parents, they will never be jealous of you. Maybe you achieve greater heights and you achieve anything, they will always be blessing you and they will be so happy for you. So I feel gurus and parents, no one can really
Guru
do
is
what they do.
next to the parents, almost equal
Next
to
the
parents.
And
coming to this roller coaster, 25 years of your journey, is there any such situations that you feel this is one of the baddest moment or bad year for you, Bolke?
Assured by the grace of God Almighty, I can't recollect anything like that. Parents were always supportive. Management was always
parents
very happy.
In your personal life
Children,
or in situations.
Children were very happy. I only faced little problem when my son got admission in NIMS and he went to Bangalore. He's the only child. So at that time I was too lonely, and I decided to follow my passion, and I inclined myself towards more of poetry. So if you have children at home, those who complete schooling, and when they go for higher studies, you feel lonely. This is the only thing I can say. Otherwise,
that is really heartbreaking sometimes, because we can't leave them suddenly. It takes some time to
get for us
normal.
Although we do it because it's for their betterment. But
we have to accept.
But it's difficult.
It's difficult.
It's difficult.
Every parent's problem.
Every parent have to go through this.
Phase. What about your poetries, madam? Do you publish?
I told you.
To write,
No. I told you that first poem I wrote in class 9th, and my Hindi teacher appreciated. So after that, poetry was just a side thing for me. Whenever I was very sad, I used to write. Whenever I was very happy, I used to write something. But when I got enough time, I decided my poetry book to be published. So my one poetry book, Anubhuti, is published. It's a poetry book. And then I started going to literature festivals also. And people liked it. Although I think I'm not writing something great, it's just what I feel I write, but people liked me. Now they are inviting me also, and they are inviting me to different stages, and I'm going, I'm reciting my poems, I'm learning from the learned poets, I'm in contact with most of the good poets of Hindi. So I'm enjoying it, kind of enjoying it.
So your father is a Air Force personnel, and you should have been interacting with many people. So your English is way better. Why can't you choose English or some other subjects? Why Hindi only? Because nowadays
I'll tell
people
you
can
this.
understand, but in your age, that 20 years back, so it
No,
was
no, 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 no.
to take that.
I would like to answer this question. Good, you asked me. Otherwise, I would have mentioned. See, my English is good because my father was an Air Force officer, and we have been to places. We have been to Gujarat, Assam. I mean, name the place. It was a transferable job. And second thing, I told you my graduation is from Jesus and Mary College. Convents also, they have a good role to play in the spoken language. But actually, I got very good marks in class 10th. And all my teachers said, you take science. I was more inclined to languages. My flair was in languages. So I said, I will take humanities. And you will not believe, my parents, those days, mobile phones were not there.
Yes.
They send me back home with the form where I selected humanities and humanities subjects. They send me back home that you go and get it corrected. You will take science. I said, no, I don't want to take science. It was difficult to convince my teachers. So after class 12th, I was 110% sure that I am either going to do something in English or in Hindi, because languages were my flair. But what happened, I will not tell my marks because now CBSE is giving more marks. But at that time, I was topper of my zone. I was zone topper in Hindi. So with 86, okay, I'll tell my marks also. With 86 on 100, I was zone topper. And every college of Delhi was willing to give me Hindi honors. So I took Hindi honors. So Hindi was a passion from the beginning. And I told you, my teacher, R.K. Sharma ma'am, was a role model for me. Okay. Today, I am in touch. She's in Amritsar, and I'm still in touch. Whenever I send her any poetry, she is the first person to tell me that I have written something brilliant or this and that. Although I know I have written something simple, but she appreciates me.
Okay. Did you travel to South India?
Yes, I traveled to South India, but when I was very young, because most of the transfers my father had in South were before I was born.
Oh.
So,
bad luck.
So I could not get the chance. But other places all over India, I have traveled with my parents.
So after you grown, you didn't come to South India?
No, I didn't. You
should
come to South
visit
India.
Hyderabad definitely then.
Definitely,
and
I'm
you should
planning
have
to.
Hyderabad biryani.
Okay, definitely, I'll come. I'll plan something.
So what are your hobbies, madam?
Only hobby is poetry, which I'm pursuing. Only hobby is poetry.
Only hobby?
Little bit gardening. Only hobby is poetry.
Yeah, I can see that behind you. So those
little bit
small
gardening
greenery is there backside.
Little gardening also
Small
I
gardening
do, but
things.
mainly it's literature. So, I read a lot.
So you also love art, maybe paintings, art, and all?
See, I have a liking for, but but I'm not that passionate about that. I
because I
like
see
everything
something
because
in your behind one of the paintings. Something like
it's a picture.
phoenix.
Someone gifted me. Yes, someone gifted me.
So
they consider
phoenix,
it's good.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like phoenix because it always falls down and comes up with all those wings. That's a very good
beautifully
thing.
You have explained beautifully.
So whenever you fall, you arise again. That is what I am seeing in that picture. Yeah.
Yes, it is the same thing. So one of my friends gifted me, and she also told me the same thing.
You are very fortunate to have such a beautiful friends. And what are your future plans? If you retire
future
from
plans,
is there any retirement
time,
nearby?
yes. No, it's not nearby, it's far, but after retirement also I will pursue my poetry only, because people are really liking it, and I am also enjoying it because it's a passion, and when children they grow up, you get enough time to pursue your passion. Otherwise, you're so busy with house and children and other things. Being a working person, I never got this much of time. Now I'm getting time, and I don't know why people are liking me. So I'm going to pursue poetry only after retirement. Now it's side by side, then it will be only poetry.
I am a 90s student. When I was in schooling, in 1990 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So those days are different, and these 2020 students are different. So what you want to say to the to this young generation, and also the parents who are watching, and also the teachers who are watching you, because you are a senior most teacher. So some points to them.
See, my message to everyone will be same, that teachers are really gurus. They really want, sometimes we scold the children, sometimes we tell them to do this and that, they feel bad. But ultimately, I have seen with my 26 years of teaching experience that when they come back to school, when they meet us, they really say, "Ma'am, you have shaped us well." So parents should also a little bit cooperate. And whenever we are dealing with our children, most of the parents are very understanding parents. They understand. And the children also should understand that whatever we are saying, it's for their benefit. See, we will not get any, if they will get good marks, it's not that we are going to get good marks. But believe me, we'll be more than happy. So it's our love for children that we are in this profession, we are teaching them. And believe me, if not like parents, we don't love them less than their parents. We have that feelings for them, and we want them to grow to be a very good human being.
Yeah. Technology is what we are connecting now through these Zoom calls and all. So technology has been improved a lot. So it is giving some positive thing and also some negative thing on especially the younger generation, 10th to plus 2 students. So what is your point of view? Is technology doing good or bad?
The technology is always good. We say if we will stagnate ourselves, it will be, if we will stop ourselves adapting new things, it will be a stagnation. So technology is very good, but technology is the thing which depends on us how we use it. I agree that during the COVID time, this technology time has increased. Children are too much in front of laptops and mobiles, but that was a problem. And at least this was not a 0 year, we could teach them, and they are doing. But technology is like Aladdin ka chirag. You know what it is? Whatever wish you ask,
Yes,
it will
yes.
fulfill. Hai na? So now if we'll ask for, it's exactly like that. If we'll ask for good things, it's good for us. And if we will not use it properly, it's very hazardous for us.
Yes.
So that way it depends on us, how we are using it. We should use it wisely. I always tell my children that social media is not bad. Social media is not bad. But your time limit, your time selection is more important. You should do everything, because otherwise you'll be backward. You should go for everything, but keeping your
should
study
be
time apart.
in your limitations, because social media has been a revolution and it is doing a lot of good, and at the same time there are some abuse things happening or some problems, and that will come due to this hatred or something like that. People, I don't know, as a teacher you might be known, like students are the younger generation, young people are coming into these social media, and they keep on making these abusing things. What might be the reason? It is the environment or the parents or the teachers?
See, it's nobody's fault. I believe that we should guide our children. Parents and teachers, they play a very important role in shaping a child. It's not only parents. It's not only
we
teachers.
cannot blame it.
It's a combine. It's a combine. And our aim is only to guide them. See, now teachers are more privileged because the internet is there. Children get information from there also. Now our role is little different. Our teachers were only teachers because we used to rely on them for content, course content and libraries. But these days, these children are generation apart and they have Google. They can find out any topic anywhere. But now it's our responsibility as teachers and as parents to guide them what is correct for them and what is not, how much knowledge they need and how much is not required. So these days they need guidance also. This guidance is an important thing which is required.
Any final words, Madam Ji?
I would like to quote my lines only, that be it be this COVID or any other situation, human beings are designed like this that we can overcome, and no problem is a big problem. Sometimes when I see some sad incidents in society, I always guide my children that no problem is big enough that you should take such harsh step or you should go for any adverse thing. I believe जुगनू ने दिखा दी ताकत अपनी आगे बढ़ने की, कदमों की भी जिद थी देखो अंधकार से लड़ने की. If a small this Jugnu can also overcome the darkness, and it's very important that we should have faith in ourselves. Faith in ourselves is key to everything.
Yeah, thank you for coming to Best of Guru, and I am very happy that you chose our national language Hindi, and literature is what we want. Even in Telugu also, I appreciate some of the Telugu teachers here, our local language. So we need to empower our own languages also sometimes. So very happy to interact with you, Madam Ji.
See, Hindi and regional languages, they are sisters. So it's very important that
we
they
need
all
to learn
must
English.
get,
Bilaterally, we have to give
yes,
importance to our
yes.
local language because that
No
is our mother tongue.
civilization can progress without that. No civilization can get
People
real
should
progress
not
without
underestimate
that.
local languages.
Any language.
That is what I want to say. So we have to love our language.
Language, love the language.
That is
Thank
our...
you so much for inviting me. Thank you so much for inviting
Thank you, and have a nice day, and please stay safe and stay home.
Thank you. Same to you.
Bye.
Namaskar.
Yeah.